Welcome back to another video of G Talk. I'm your host, Wyatt G, here with my co-host,
Mr. Murphy Chardon, the little cuzzo. We got a special one today, don't we, Wyatt?
We got a very, very special guest. We just met this guy not too long ago. The main man of Packers Insider on Instagram. Behind all the inside scoop, Easton Butler. Easton, you're 22 years old. Let's take it all back. So what was life growing up for you in Green Bay like?
And it was fun. I mean, live, breathe Packers. I mean, every day you go to school, and it depends where you went. You go to school with some kids that, had parents who were Packers. Like Jeff Saturday, when he was in Green Bay, I actually went to school with his kid. Never talked to them really. We had similar classes, but I mean, it was like 5th grade, so it doesn't count as much. But getting older and having more like freedom, I guess, it allowed me to go to Lambeau more, talk to more players, and kind of start, I guess, what I do now.
So then when did you really start getting into the Packers, I should say? Like when did you start going really just aggressive, going to Lambeau all the time at it?
So I started getting aggressive around 16, kind of understanding it more. And as soon as I was 18, or the summer of 2019, that year, I went to training camp every single day. Every single day, went, met players. And I didn't do what I did yet, but started talking to them, autographs, and met a lot of great people there. Loved it.
So it's a lot of dedication, I would say, huh?
Oh,
And I had
sounds familiar, man.
nothing better to do there either. So it's like, hey.
What inspired you the most to create, you could say, your Packers Insider page?
So it was actually a bet between my friend and I, and he was a Seahawks fan. It was more of a thing like, oh, let's see who can get the most followers in 2 weeks on Instagram. From doing that, we both made a page, and the initial name was like, We Are Cheeseheads. Something really dumb, really stupid at the time. And on Instagram, there's like affiliate pages. Can think of like Barstool, how they have like Barstool Roll Tide or something.
Yeah.
It's like that. And there was a ton back in the day, but one's called Insider. And within a week, they reached out to me. And it's funny because the guy that recruited me to it was a Bears fan. And I still talk to him today. He's a good guy. He doesn't really run his page as much anymore. And a lot of the reason why he said it is because Bears fans are fucking stupid. And
Fibs.
Yep, fucking Illinois, dude. They were like, yeah, these are the rules. Change your name. They gave me a profile picture, and I'm still in it now to this day. 3 years later, but now I'm considered one of the leaders of it. So it's kind of not as much anymore.
That's sweet.
It's more of just a group chat at this point.
For sure.
And you said it was a bet to make Packers Insider, but you said there was another account beforehand earlier in our conversation. Well, take it back to that story.
The Team Showtime?
Yes, sir.
So I think it was 2017, the draft, or 16. Jones was drafted. And I don't know why. I think I had a friend back in the day I used to run the account with. His name was Run the Table. He was an Instagram page as well. Doesn't run anymore. His name's Brendan. Great guy. He and I decided that we'll run a page together. And we made Team Showtime. And that was an Aaron Jones fan page because we wanted to choose somebody that we could possibly get a follow back, somebody to talk to. Nobody expected Aaron Jones, a 5th round pick, to become the mega superstar he is now. Yeah, we made the page, and as soon as we made it, first post, he followed. And we're like, oh my God, this is cool. So we just kept it going and kept running it. Tried running it as long as we could. He eventually kind of fell out of doing it, and I took over fully. And that led to a lot of opportunities from meeting him and his family and his brother, and it's been awesome.
So did that kind of transition from like the Aaron Jones on Instagram to the Packers Insider?
So it was like a little bit of knowledge and how to run the pages.
Gotcha.
But there's a lot more to, I guess, a team page than it is just an individual.
For sure. What's one way you can gather information?
Be on your phone 24/7.
Being on the phone.
You got to have notifications on. You got to know who to follow. You got to know who the good sources are.
Gotcha.
I mean, you got Andy Herman, Rob Dombrowski, Wes Hod.
Yep.
Those are the really credible sources.
Yeah.
But then you got other people, I don't want to name them, but they're iffy on their information.
For sure.
And then you got those people, his name's NFL Rums on Instagram.
Gotcha.
Or Twitter or whatever. And it's just all bullshit.
Yeah.
I mean, last year, Campbell, do you remember when we had to sign by a deadline or else we get the dead cap?
Yeah.
He reported, he's like, oh, yeah, we just signed him to a 4-year, $55 million deal. Of course, that came out to be bullshit.
Yeah.
And he deleted that. He's like, I got bad information. He does it all the time.
So, very incredible sources you got to watch out for a lot.
You get some of these time reports on when practice starts and ends, and you even have some of the actual official rosters. How do you get that, bro? Like,
Yeah,
come on.
for
You're just
real.
like,
He's
hey,
the
coach, can
insider,
I
though.
get
He's
it?
the
No,
insider.
exactly.
Wyatt.
He's the
He's the
insider. But,
insider.
like,
Come
are you
on.
asking like one of the coaches, like, can I
So-
get it or what?
A lot of times it's just be straight up, be direct, but don't be an asshole.
That's a good one.
When we signed Emmanuel Wilson, because players walk to and from practice,
Mm-hmm.
and I was there with my friend Big B, and we looked at number 31. I was like, oh, okay. It looks just like Adrian Amos. So we're like, did we just re-sign Amos? So my friend and I were scrambling to get Adrian Amos' picture, and we look in the back. It says Wilson, and we're like, who the fuck is this?
Yeah.
Like, respectfully. And I'm scouring. I'm like, okay. And we had to break it down because we knew it was defense or it was offense because of the white jersey.
Yeah.
And I'm looking up every free agent named Wilson. I'm looking up every undrafted guy, and I couldn't find anything. And then Goot walks out 20 minutes later. I'm like, hey, Brian, got a question for you. Who's that running back we signed? He's like, who? Oh, yeah, number 31, Wilson. And he's like, oh, yeah, that's Emmanuel Wilson. Just signed him this morning. And then he walked by. I'm like, well, hey, we got our scoop.
Yeah, there you go.
So we had to
That's-
throw that out.
That's right there. That's bang bang.
I mean, it's direct from the source.
Yeah,
And
literally right from the source. You
there's people there like, how do you know this? I was like, okay. I showed them the picture I got with
Yeah,
Dude. It's
exactly.
like, it's right there.
It's just,
So then you kind of just ask those real coaches,
Yep.
GMs, straight up, what's some inside scoop, and they'll just give it to you like that.
Sometimes.
Sometimes.
You got to be careful what it is.
Right.
For sure,
And
for
you don't
sure.
want to, like I said, don't come across as an asshole, as a dick. You don't want to be like, oh, why aren't you throwing this guy in this formation? Or
yeah, like questioning their like not
Their
necessarily
ability to
authority, but yeah,
coach.
their ability to
Yes.
coach. Yeah,
it's like
sure.
there's a reason why they're a coach.
yeah,
Right.
And we're
And
not,
we're a fan.
Exactly. There's a
So,
very big line there for sure.
oh, yeah.
What inspires you to keep going with your channel, keep pushing, post daily, and just to be out there almost every time you get the opportunity?
Definitely my love for the Packers. I mean, I love doing it. It's a ton of fun. And like I said, if I could do that for a full-time job, I'm there daily. And that's a job, I mean, I'll be there 7 days a week, not calling in. I could care less. I love doing it. It's a lot of fun.
Everything you've learned as the Packer, around the Packers, with the Packers, what's the most surprising thing that you found or learned?
Like, you're thinking, like, oh, my God, these guys are going to have a massive ego. No, they will have a whole conversation with you.
Sure.
Don't treat them like they're, I guess.
Respect, big respect.
Yes, you don't treat them like they're higher than you.
Exactly.
I mean, a lot of them, they just want to be treated like a normal person. Like, yeah, they make a lot more fucking money than we do, but
Yeah.
they're still great people. And
Exactly.
like, even outside of it, I mean, I play games with some of them, and
Exactly.
they're themselves. It's awesome.
What's the most memorable interaction you've had with a fan because they know you from Packers Insider? What?
The
What's
insider.
the craziest
The
story?
insider.
It was probably a few weeks ago, and I'm walking down from the bathroom, from the atrium, and these two guys come up. They're like, oh, I know your page. And they asked me to do an interview, and that was you two.
Oh my, that's so
Yeah.
funny. That's so,
So we were some of the first people then.
Okay, let
Yep.
me take you back to that story. That's so funny because I think I followed you the day before, right?
Yeah, I was looking because I can see how recent like people follow. I was scrolling past, like, oh, yeah, I recognize that name.
So I was following you the day before, ironic, and me and him were gonna go out to the stadium just to go like talk to the players and whatnot. And I saw you walking past us, and I said to him, I was like, I think he runs Packers Inside. I think that's
Yeah,
the guy. He's
yeah.
like, oh, is it? I was like, yeah. I was like, damn, I should go talk to him. Be like, maybe he comes back down, we'll get a chance.
Yeah, I
I
was.
to be.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I said. I'm like, if he comes back for sure, we.
And all
talk
of a
to
sudden, you
him.
come back down. I was like,
Yeah.
oh my god, we gotta ask him now. And then
Yeah.
that's when we first connected, talked. That was an awesome moment. Got to know each other. So
For
yeah,
sure.
that's
Yeah.
super ironic that your first moment that you had was with us, freaking bozos.
And now we're recreating it at the
Yep.
podcast.
How much closer do you feel to the Packers organization?
I feel like a lot closer. Like when I first started, just a fan trying to just know a little more because it actually all started from my friend. His name's Norm. He doesn't really run his account as much anymore. I know this is something completely different than what you asked, but no, he started running a page and he's a great dude. He kind of like, other than the bet, one of the reasons that I still kind of ran it was him.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, I want to be as big as he is.
Gotcha.
And I mean, now I've passed him in followers.
Gotcha. So it's kind of made you more driven, I guess, and
Yep.
affected. It's giving you a guideline or something to
Yep.
do with that. I got you.
It's definitely brought me a lot closer. It gives me, I guess, more opportunity to meet the players, to talk to them, and I guess the bigger account is, the more people, like, I guess, pay attention to it,
Yeah.
and the more likely you are to talk to players.
Because
But-
for us, when we're watching the game, when someone gets hurt, we're like, oh, that's our boy. We just talked to him like the other
Yep.
day. It's like
Yeah.
you feel so much closer, like
Yep.
connected when bigger things
Like
happen.
Stokes,
The Packer
but
player.
that
yeah.
was one
That one hurt us both.
Yeah.
That was a tough one for sure. But I don't know. You just feel more of a caringness about everyone on the field more than just, oh, that's so and so for the Packers, right?
Yeah, I could care less. It's like, no.
Exactly.
It's awesome to see,
Yeah.
especially if it's like an undrafted guy too.
Yeah.
It's awesome to see them get their opportunity to
I
play
agree.
and be like, hey,
100%.
I've talked to this dude, I've hung out with him, and now he's on the big stage, and
Yeah,
this is cool.
for sure.
What's your favorite memory or encounter with a Packers player then?
Probably Aaron Jones, first time I met him
For
in
sure.
person. And this was, like I said, I think this was 2017, 2018.
Yeah.
And I went to OTAs. I went after to try to get autographs because somebody told me I can go to the gate. It's not there anymore because construction. But talked to Aaron Jones, and I was like, hey, I'm Team Showtime. I run the page.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, that's awesome. And we talked and had a whole conversation, and I asked if we could take a picture. And he comes outside the gate because, players stay behind the
Yeah.
gate to sign. He came outside the gate and took a whole picture with me and my brother and sister at the time.
That's sweet.
I was like, this is cool.
That's kind of what happened my first time actually meeting a Packer player, like with Wyatt. It was actually Jair.
You had your Jair jersey.
I did. I got a
and
signed Jair
said-
jersey. It was
That's
great
awesome.
time
Of
for
course.
sure. Shout out Jair if you're watching this, Jair. You're a real one for that. Do you think anything's gonna change for the Packers this upcoming year?
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's going to be a massive year, both for Jordan Love, both for, I guess, it's a young receiving core. You got to get the chemistry as a young group.
Yeah.
There's no true veteran leader like there has been with Rodgers and Cobb and Mercedes.
Yeah.
And now your oldest guys are David Bakhtiari at 31, Preston Smith at 30,
Yeah.
and Aaron Jones like 27, 28, 29, around there.
Gotcha.
Those are like your three leaders now, and it's a whole shift. But I mean, they gotta help coach up the new guys, and Jordan Love has to take control of the team.
I agree.
And he kind of did last year, I heard during practices. But then again, it's a new receiving core.
For sure.
You got 7 guys who were not here 2 years ago.
No. Exactly.
Actually, I think there's like up to 8 or 9 at
Yeah.
this point. But
Even last year.
Yeah.
yeah, you had
Depth was insane,
you had 4.
but It's all younger
It's-
guys
no,
for
the
sure.
depth is incredible, but
Yeah.
just
Yep.
they're all
Like
rookies.
yeah, I mean
we need experience for sure.
from the
100%.
team last year, we only have 4 receivers.
Yeah.
And that's Christian Watson, that's Romeo Dobbs,
Samori.
Samure Toure,
Mhm.
and Jeff fucking Cotton.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's
Jeff
a dog?
Cotton.
He's a
2
dog.
touchdowns.
I heard of him.
Yep. He's the oldest receiver on the Packers too, and he's only
Really?
27. Yeah.
That's crazy.
It's
Hey,
insane.
27.
Jeff Kahn, he needs his time to shine. Let him
Yes.
go, or come on, Coach LaFleur, let him cook.
It's coming for sure. For sure.
Hey, I can't wait for open practices to see him really shine right there. I mean, mossing people in the end zone. I hear it's like,
What's your predictions then for the upcoming year? What do you think our record's going to be as well?
I mean, we've got a floor of 7 and 10,
yeah.
and our ceiling I'd say is 12-5.
Gotcha.
But the 12-5 ceiling is if Jordan Love can, I guess, come out early.
For sure.
Like, I feel like he's going to struggle the first game. I mean,
I
it's,
agree.
it's the first game.
No,
and it's
for
his
sure.
first. I
I
can't
mean,
say first.
Look at
start,
Rodgers
but-
the last few years.
Exactly. I mean,
Against Winston and against the
Yep.
Saints, it was not the prettiest game back
Yep.
to back years. So I mean, Jordan Love, I could also do the same thing, and everyone could go
just be a
one
first
way.
game
Yeah,
fluke.
exactly. Any big predictions you're thinking about this year? Like anything you're calling shots on right
Spicy
now?
take.
Yeah,
Hottest
hot
take
take
ever.
on the Packers
Oh, God, the hottest
Lava
take.
take.
for this upcoming year.
Man, if I had to go hottest take, I think that both of our drafted tight ends are going to have over 400 yards each.
I like that.
And
I like that.
I mean, I was having a conversation with a friend of mine. He's like, he doesn't see any of them having 400 because,
Interesting.
I mean, rookie tight ends take it. Tight end is one of the hardest positions to get acclimated to the NFL level.
I agree.
And I mean, you can see it last year. It was hard for a lot of the guys, but
With how talented the receivers are too now.
exactly. But with it being such a young core,
Yeah.
Jordan doesn't really have his full trust. I mean, he's got trust.
I
in
understand
him,
what you mean by
yeah.
that. Yeah, for sure.
and I feel like he's going to spread the ball out a lot more.
Yeah.
And with Luke Musgrave being an absolute freak and Tucker Kraft just being Tucker Kraft.
Yeah, with Jordan Love being young too, I feel like he's going to stick more towards Matt LaFleur's
Yep.
game plan instead of figuring it out by himself.
Mhm.
Because he has experience, but he doesn't quite got that veteran experience where I
Yep.
can make it happen on the run, ready to go. But
Yep.
I feel like that's all time.
There's been how many games have you gone to, first of all, in your entire lifetime? Are you season ticket holder at all?
No.
You know.
Put him on the
Dude,
spot.
I'm like 46,000 on the list.
So you just
Oh,
get them on
sorry.
Ticketmaster or through friends?
Yep, mostly through friends. My dad's friend, he's got a friend in the ticket office, so he gets
Gotcha.
like two, 3 games every year, and I'll buy a ticket off him like I am doing this year.
Then how many games have you gone to, and what's your favorite of
Ah.
all time?
Man,
That's a hard question.
I know mine though.
so I've gone to at least one every year since the 2010 season, 2009-2010 season.
Gotcha.
Except for like the
COVID.
COVID years. One year I was down in Sheboygan, and then I was up all the way in Minnesota for the 21 season. So I missed all that. But I think my favorite game has to be my first game.
Which
And
was?
it was December 26th against the Giants. I think it was 2010. It was the year of our Super Bowl run. And
When we were fighting
Yep.
for the playoffs and we
Yep.
won. We
were
killed them.
we were
low-key.
8-6, and we beat the Giants week. I think it was 15 or
It was
16.
second to last.
Yep.
Yep.
It was week 16. We won 45-17.
Yep.
I remember that because first game, and it was actually the day one of my little brothers was born too.
Oh, that's
So
cool.
my dad couldn't go to the game because he originally had the ticket, but because I mean my stepmom went into labor,
Yeah.
he's like, "Hey, you want to go for a birth or a Christmas gift?" I'm like, "Yeah."
Heck
Hell yeah.
So-
I'm
That's a
there.
great,
I went,
that's a great gift.
See
Oh
ya.
yeah. I went with my grandpa and one of my uncles, and we had a blast. There was these 2 hot chicks, I think, right behind me,
That's
and I mean,
amazing.
I'm like 10-year-old me.
That's
And
amazing.
they're like 19. I think.
Rizzing
Like,
it up.
ooh,
It's like going to Hooters,
Hey, I
Hooters
off-
for your first time.
I gave
type of
them some
deal.
cheese curds, and you know, like giving
That's a
a
real
girl
Wisconsin
it's
riz right
true
there.
love right there.
Yep.
Oh, man.
Cheese carries at the game.
Never saw her again.
That's how it is.
She's
at
coming
that-
back. She'll come back after she's
Hopefully.
podcast.
Oof.
Right?
Hopefully she
Yeah.
sees the Instagram.
So with all that, the upcoming season's coming up. What's your most excited thing that you're looking forward to?
So one of the most excited things, I think it's gonna be the Chiefs game.
Oh,
And
we might be going to that.
A lot of it's not because of that game itself. A lot is because of the tailgate.
Okay.
I mean, it's a night game, and I got friends coming in from out of town, and we have a group chat on Instagram. There's probably 20-something of us, but we've held the same group chat 2+ years. I mean, great people. We're trying to get that as a game we can all go to, and we're just going to have a tailgate again.
Gotcha.
And it's awesome.
So with that tailgate, you got a lot of game day traditions, I'm assuming then. What's your go-to?
Game day tradition?
Yeah, like your go-to
always-
game.
I got my
okay,
Packer
maybe there's
socks
not one. Maybe
every Sunday.
yeah,
bro.
that's his. Maybe you got
See.
more
The
than one.
Packer beads, the cheese can,
He's got everything.
koozie, bro. The
I got-
jersey. I'm set.
Right here,
Yeah, it's
actually.
right there.
This one.
Speaking of it, yeah, let's go, baby.
And look at that, you can even fit.
Carry the G. Shout out Corey Cheesehead TV
Look at
podcast
that.
with him.
That
on
is
Thursday.
look at that, beautiful.
But what? Yeah, you got any game day traditions?
It's just wearing my Aaron Jones jersey. I mean, it's a
Hey.
sind jersey. And
I need one.
It's
I
awesome.
You wear a signed jersey out there?
Of
That
course.
is
Oh my
badass.
Bro, I've got like 3 or 4 signed Aaron Jones jerseys.
Okay.
I'm gonna wear one.
I would
Fair,
say I would
fair.
never wear my signed Aaron Rodgers out there. Hell
No,
no,
don't do that.
What all games are people and fans going to see you at this year? Besides the Chiefs, as we'll all be at it.
Oh,
we'll link
man.
up
Give me a little
beforehand.
sneak peek. For the
I don't even know yet. I mean, I'll have to find. It'll probably have to be like a Monday game or Sunday night games because my work schedule. But as much as I can, I'll try to go to.
Because we want to get on the road. We
For
at least
sure.
want to go to Chicago. And
Don't go to
for-
Chicago. That's a death trap for a Packer fan, from what
Why?
I hear. Well, I mean, it's Chicago, and you're wearing Packer stuff. They will maul you to death.
What, fight?
Good thing.
They definitely would.
That's crazy. It's gonna be all be documented on YG.
I'm
That's
trying
what
to
that's
vlog
what
it,
that's
bro.
what I
I'm
heard.
trying to vlog it. That's it.
I mean,
You could go to Minnesota. I've gone to a few Minnesota games in Minnesota. Beautiful stadium.
Oh, I
I
bet.
mean,
new,
they
brand
fucking
new.
they hate the birds though because they kill so many birds. But the fans, it's so funny because, of course, so much purple. They got their stupid skull chant,
Yeah.
and the whole time you're sitting there, it's like, what the fuck are they doing?
Yeah.
Yeah, some home games. I think we're going to go to the Saints home opener. So
I hear a lot of people talking about that one too.
Really?
A lot are going to it. I'm like, ugh.
That'd be great for our channel, though, I believe.
What time is
They
that?
love
Is
it.
that a
It's
noon?
a
game?
noon.
Fuck.
It's a nooner.
I gotta try to get off work early.
Yeah,
I
for
want to
real.
watch that game.
Yeah, but then we're gonna hit the Saints, Chiefs Sunday night, and then I think we might go to the Bears week 18 or whatever week. It's one of the last
Yeah.
weeks.
But we'll see, huh?
We will. But yeah, Easton, brother, I just wanted to say thank you so much for coming on today. It was a pleasure having you.
Yeah.
Say
thanks
that
for
again.
inviting.
Say that again.
Of course, bro. I'm sure we're gonna get on a lot of crazy adventures this upcoming season. And I can't wait to see what we all can create for content.
It's gonna be great.
How we can change.
Oh yeah.
Definitely not
Packers
the
fans.
last time you'll be on the channel, for sure.
Oh, most definitely not. I
But,
appreciate
all right.
Yeah, of course.
Easton's been a great time. My man. We'll catch you guys next time.
it. Oh yeah. Deuces. I just want to give a shout out to Easton. Thanks so much for coming on. It was great having you. Drive all the way down from Green Bay to Slosh, make it out. I can't wait to see you at many more events, brother.
Yeah, I just want to say thanks again to Easton. Don't forget to like, subscribe, follow the YouTube channel at Wyatt G 920 on Instagram. See you guys next time.